We are not attracted to people because of their strengths. We are attracted to people because of our weaknesses, which is why it's so important to understand yourself. This would be a totally emotionally healthy person. I have never met one. You and I, we have doubts and we have fears and we make mistakes and we have secrets and we have phobias. We have all sorts of things, and we date and date and date and date until we just find someone that slides right into all the things about us that we struggle with. And that's called love at first sight. And we think that this person will make us happy. So learning about yourself is a secret to good relationships. It isn't about the other person. It's about knowing ourselves and understanding ourselves. In all my years of doing marriage counseling, I'd always talk to couples who didn't make it and couples who did, and I was trying to find keys that I could share. And one of the stories I love the most is I was talking to a woman, and they'd been married 53 years. And she was a very intelligent woman. She made great money, had a great job. And one day she was telling me the story about how her husband, who had retired, he talked to her and he says, I'm a little concerned about being retired because I'm afraid you won't need me anymore. You make great money, you have a great career, you travel everywhere. And I said, what did you say to him? And she says, I looked at him and said, you're right. I've never needed you. I don't need you for money. I have a job of my own, and I don't need you for constant companionship. I have friends all over, and I don't need you to give my life meaning, she said, because that's not your job to give my life meaning. That's my job. It's my job to figure out how to go through this world and come out at the end and be a person I'm proud of. But then she said she turned to her husband of 53 years and said, but darling, it's not about need. When I'm traveling all over, and I'm someplace, and instead of staying all night at a gorgeous resort, I get on a 2 a.m. midnight red-eye flight, and I come home, crawl into bed next to you at 6 a.m. in the morning. You know why? It's not because I need to be here. It's because this is where I want to be more than any place in the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, a good relationship, want, need. It isn't about need. If you think you need someone in your life, if you think that you could not survive without them, if you believe that you could not take care of yourself or find meaningful relationships or find something in your life that makes your life worthwhile, then I'll tell you this, there's probably some form of abuse in this relationship. Physical, mental, sexual, emotional, because your fear of being alone is greater than your fear of being taken advantage of. If you think you need your job, if you honestly believe that if your company folded tomorrow, that you would be left adrift, if you don't think that you have skills and talents, things that you could contribute, if you don't believe that you could go out and find something else to do with your life career-wise that would be meaningful, then you'll take abuse at work. Because your fear of not having this specific job is greater than your fear of being disrespected or abused. So ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the first questions. Take a look at your relationships. Good relationships. You're not there because you have to be there. You're not there because you're afraid to not be there. This is where you want to be.